Ambassador Zethkar's four eyes narrowed as she reviewed the human fleet specifications for the third time. The numbers made no logical sense. Across the polished obsidian table of the Galactic Defense Council chamber, representatives from 12 species murmured their concerns in various clicking, whistling, and harmonic languages. "This is madness," declared High Commander Vexthul, his crystalline form resonating with disapproval. "The humans propose to engage the Devourers with ships that have no energy shields, primitive kinetic weapons, and," he paused dramatically, "they want to ram their vessels directly into enemy formations." The human representative, Admiral Sarah Chen, sat calmly in her chair, her hands folded. She had listened to 2 hours of criticism without flinching. When the chamber finally quieted, she stood. "Honored Council," Chen began, her voice carrying clearly through the translation matrix. "You call our tactics reckless. Perhaps you're right. But in the 3 years since the Devourer swarm entered our galaxy, how many worlds have your careful strategies saved?" Uncomfortable silence filled the chamber. 47 civilizations consumed, Chen continued. Trillions of lives lost while you debate optimal shield frequencies and perfect battle formations. The Devourers adapt to your technology faster than you can improve it. They've learned your patterns, your predictability. She gestured to the holographic display showing the expanding red zone of Devourer-controlled space. At your current rate of success, they'll reach the galactic core in 18 months. Counselor Ythmora's tentacles writhed nervously. The humans have only encountered the Devourers once. A single battle hardly makes you experts. You're absolutely correct, Chen replied. One battle. The Battle of Kepler 442. Would you like to review the results? The hologram shifted, displaying the human colony world of New Perth. 50,000 settlers, a mining operation, and a small defensive fleet of 8 ships, ancient by galactic standards, cobbled together from scavenged parts and human stubbornness. When the Devourer's scout fleet arrived, Chen narrated, they found exactly what they expected based on their intelligence. A lightly defended human world with inferior technology. 17 bioships against our 8 vessels. The tactical display showed the engagement. The Devourer ships, massive organic constructs that fed on energy and matter, approached in their standard formation, an elegant spiral designed to maximize their adaptive shielding. Our ships had no shields to adapt to, Chen said. No energy weapons to counter. The Devourer's bioarmor was designed to absorb and redirect advanced particle beams and plasma cannons. She smiled grimly. It was not designed to stop a fusion-powered tungsten rod traveling at 30% of light speed. The display showed the human ships accelerating directly at the enemy formation, their crude railguns firing solid projectiles in continuous streams. The Devourer ships, confused by this primitive approach, began their standard adaptive procedures, analyzing the incoming weapons, adjusting their defenses. While they were busy trying to understand why we were shooting metal at them, Chen continued, Captain Morrison of the UES Reckless decided that subtlety was overrated. The hologram showed one of the human vessels suddenly venting its entire fuel supply, converting its fusion reactor into an improvised bomb. The ship, now a kinetic missile weighing 12,000 tons, punched through the Devourer formation at relativistic speed. The explosion vaporized 3 bioships and crippled 5 others, Chen reported matter-of-factly. The remaining Devourer vessels retreated to analyze this new threat. They're still analyzing. Ambassador Zethkar's voice carried a note of horror. Your captain committed suicide. Captain Morrison ejected in an escape pod 17 seconds before impact, Chen corrected. He's currently running a fishing charter on New Perth's northern continent. Excellent salmon, I'm told. The council chamber erupted in confused discussions. High Commander Vexthul's crystalline form flickered with agitation. This proves nothing. One lucky victory against a scout fleet. You're missing the point, Chen interrupted. It wasn't luck. It was unpredictability. For 10,000 years you fought wars with rules, honor, and predictable patterns. The Devourers evolved to counter that. They can't counter chaos. She activated a new display showing human military doctrine. We don't just ram ships into enemies. We launch garbage at them accelerated to near light speed. We use our own wounded vessels as bait. We coat our hulls with reflective paint and blind them with searchlights. We broadcast terrible human music at frequencies that disrupt their neural networks. Counselor Ythmora's tentacles had gone completely still. The music actually works. 20th century Earth death metal appears to cause seizures in their collective consciousness, Chen confirmed. We've weaponized 3 albums by a band called Metallica. The silence in the chamber was profound. But this is not warfare, protested Ambassador Zethkar. This is chaos, madness. Exactly. Chen's smile was predatory. And that's why it works. You've spent millennia perfecting the art of civilized combat. The Devourers learned to beat you at your own game. But humans? She gestured to herself. We never learned to fight fair. We learned to fight to win. She brought up the final display, a star map showing human space. In the 3 months since Kepler 442, we've engaged the Devourers 14 times. 14 victories, not because we're superior warriors, but because every human captain has the authority to improvise, to break doctrine, to try something that has never been attempted before. She paused. We've turned unpredictability into a weapon. High Commander Vexthal leaned forward. What exactly are you proposing? Give us command of the fleets, Chen said simply. All of them. Your ships, your weapons, your perfectly trained crews. But human commanders, human tactics, and human recklessness. The chamber fell silent again. And if you fail? Asked Counselor Yithamora. Chen shrugged. Then we fail spectacularly, and at least the galaxy goes out with a bang instead of a whimper. Ambassador Zethkar studied the human for a long moment. The risk is enormous. The risk of doing nothing is greater. Chen's voice hardened. The Devourers expect you to be reasonable, logical, predictable. They don't expect us to strap rocket boosters to asteroids and play chicken with their motherships while broadcasting ancient Earth rock music. After what felt like hours, High Commander Vexthal spoke. The Council will vote. The vote was unanimous. 3 months later, as Admiral Chen watched the last Devourer, Hive ship disappear into a black hole, pulled in by a gravitational weapon that had been a defunct human garbage scow until someone had the insane idea to overload its dark matter engine. She received a priority transmission from the Council. Admiral Chen, came Ambassador Zethkar's voice. The Council wishes to formally apologize for calling human tactics reckless. Chen grinned as she watched the final explosion light up the system's edge. No need to apologize, Ambassador. You are absolutely right. She paused, watching debris from humanity's latest impossible victory scatter across the stars. We are reckless. That's exactly why we win.